Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the middleweight bout between Michel Pereira versus Andre Petroski. And how I feel about this one right here is I'm going low confidence Michel Pereira to beat Andre Petroski. And yeah, low confidence here. And I think Petroski maybe will have a better career in BJJ than he does in MMA because it seems like he's more dominant over there, to be honest. I mean, he's on undefeated in the UFC. I don't know if he's undefeated in his career, but I definitely think he's not undefeated as a pro. I know he has one loss, at least one loss. But as far as in the UFC, he's undefeated. But he has had some questionable performances. He's been winning, but he has had questionable performance. But it's definitely seeming like maybe in BJJ he's better than his training partner Petroski. Not Petroski, but Pfeiffer. He's better than him maybe in BJJ. But MMA is clearly saying like Pfeiffer, yeah, it's clearly looking like Pfeiffer is the more suited to have success in MMA. You know, they both fought Machard. Matter of fact, Pfeiffer fought Machard first and destroyed him. And Petroski, again, fast start. He's got cardio issues sometimes. And then he fought him to like tooth and nail in the later rounds to get a split decision over Machard right after his training partner starched him with relative ease. In fact, relative ease. And I see he had to take 3 rounds to submit Gilmore. I think 3 rounds are to submit this other guy, like guys that had mediocre grappling. So it's kind of questionable. Like I can't say he had such a statement performance. Like, I guess his best performance was Maximov, but first round. I think Maximov was kind of scared of the power and then shot in. He was able to submit him. But he hasn't really had too many statement performances. He hasn't looked all that exceptional. He's been winning, but has he looked exceptional? Not really. And again, the fact he took these other scrubs like 2 rounds to beat him, again, like Gilmore, really don't have no BJJ at all like that. Now going with Pereira, who has like 3 times the experience of him. And, even though he was a welterweight coming up a smaller guy, he's actually a pretty big welterweight. And he's actually the taller fighter by 1 inch. And I think in the cage, he's not going to look that much smaller. Maybe a little bit less wide, but I think he's going to fill in pretty well. And not like he's going to look, I don't feel like he's going to look undersized in there. I feel like Pereira's much more experienced, much more technical overall. I definitely give the BJJ advantage to Petroski, but I feel Pereira, both of the main issue is cardio. Now I feel like Petroski's gonna be the one more frustrated and confused. I feel like the power early on could be a big issue, but I feel like as they settle in, I feel Petroski's gonna be one more uncomfortable because he's not really used to striking that long. Well, a fighter is quick and is unorthodox is Pereira. It's really kind of worried about getting caught early by Petroski on the feet. And beyond that, I feel like the takedowns will be easier to defend. I feel like the power and the output from Petroski won't be as much steam on it, and won't be as active. It won't be as sharp. Where I feel like Pereira, his cardio is probably not going to be as prevalent at middleweight. And the fact he's going with a guy who doesn't really have the pace like that typically, I think he'll be able to address that. And I think he actually stops him late. So both guys got cardio issues, but I think going in this fight, I think Petroski's cardio issues is going to be a bigger factor. And I think it's going to be Pereira who's going to be able to really try to drag him out that first round and then fully exploit that and press him and get him out in the 3rd round, really wearing down the heavy muscled wrestler grappler. So in this one, I had Michel Pereira via 3rd round TKO.